Wasn't it easy and fun back in the old days? I was listening to some of the other gentlemen around here, maybe one or two ladies. How many are old IT guys? Like 3278 emulation running 4380, 4380, remember that? That's bad stuff. But, I remember we were talking about Mac 512. Mac 512. Yeah, I'm an IT geek. When I worked at Microsoft, they said, son, you don't belong here. I'm a little bit too type A for them. So that's all right. Wasn't it nice back in the old days when everything you needed to know was in this magazine and it was guaranteed to be what? On time tomorrow morning. Well, in 1994, PC Magazine, PC Week by the way, came out with a magazine and they said, hey, for something cool, editor's page, we're going to count the number of times Microsoft has said HP, Apple, and IBM. Just count it. How many times in this magazine? Now, how many times do you think Apple was said, 1994, Apple was said in this magazine called PC Week? 2,000. 2,000. It was a bad time for Apple. Okay? They didn't have pods back then. How many times do you think IBM, major global IBM, was said in a PC Week magazine? 11,000 times. Not bad. HP, 8,000. Microsoft, go ahead and say it. 63,000 times. Does that tell you what the future is? 1984, Bill Gates was only about $6 billion, a small company back then. But it told the future, didn't it? Yeah. So, for those of you who know what kind of magazine this is, who are the two most famous females in Hollywood and Oprah's not one? They understand social media in Hollywood. No, that's close. No. No, it's Britney Spears. No, but that's close. It's her nemesis. That's right. This says, I can't act worth anything, but I know how to put my face on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Think about it. To tell you what, I use Obama in this example. Obama has 24 million followers on Twitter. Britney has 2 billion. Is that crazy? And Kim Kardashian's paid $50,000 every time one of her people tweets for her. And what would you do? See, that was wrong. But I like it when it was simple. Now, I'm a database designer by trade. How many database designers in here? A couple of us. Guys, a database designer that's the only way to make money. That's the only way to make money. I have to think how the boss is going to think and then how it's going to get done. So all the search engines are a giant database. That's all. Everybody got it? So this is the example. If your name is said 63,000 times all the time on any search engine, will you come up number one? Yes. Last week, IBM was screaming to the high heavens. I know y'all didn't see it. Last week is the first week that IBM went above Microsoft in the search engines. Do you know why? They told their people to get a Twitter account and tweet. And so, yeah, IBM probably 10 times the size of Microsoft. Well, it probably took them that long to get there. But they're thrilled. We're ahead of Microsoft. Well, that's a goal, I guess. But that's it. So what I want to talk about today is business social media. How many people have bosses who work in the big buildings uptown, I love those guys, who have no clue? Just everybody's raising. How many people don't have any clue how to use social media to win? It's okay. And this is good. It's fine. We're all in the same room. I want you to know that last year I went on 460 sales calls, helping people out, sold 280 accounts for about $10 million. That means I only helped half the people. How many of those people, these are all business owners in North, South Carolina, and Georgia, don't even have websites? Do you realize what I'm telling you? I'm like, how do you do business? How do you find a customer? So what I want to do now is, who is this guy, Lani Wingate, and how dare he come up and talk to you? Now, my biggest fear, go ahead and click that. This is Mr. Oscar. Who is Lani? Go ahead, click again. It's the other side. It's the other side. All right. I spent 11 years in the Army. I learned 3 things. I learned strategy, I learned leadership, and I learned the D word, discipline. In the civilian world, discipline's a bad word. Your father disciplined you, that means you spank him. In the military world, it's not. That is the most important thing, is discipline. When the sergeant says turn left, you do what? You turn left. Because everybody's life depends on it. Well, you know, as a kid, all you want to do is run around the woods and play Army and, shoot games and stuff like that. Be a kid, right? Well, the Army is actually a little bit longer being a kid. For real. Except I didn't want to be a soldier. I want to be an officer. I'm not doing all that dirty work anymore. So basically, I learned strategy. Don't go that fast, but okay. I learned strategy. Keyword in discipline is it was all a game until my boss told me that you're going to go to a school that lasts 2 weeks long. It is the easiest school in the Army to fail at. And so I went there. And we're going to go to Jump Master School. How many paratroopers in the room? Anybody jump out of airplanes like us? Yeah, that's okay. I'll do it for you. Bottom line is, they stand you up. There's 70 of you in this line. Rank means nothing. And you're looking up at this board. And there's 70 names on the board. Yours is one of them. And this is what they say. Imagine going to a school where they say, everybody that's been here before, raise your hand. Most of the class, raise your hand. We'll only have time to say things once. And if you have a question, ask that guy. Tomorrow morning, there's a 20-minute oral examination. If you fail, you will be what? Dropped. And they write a line in front of your, across your name. Pretty cool? There's a lot of books to read that night. So anyway, so that's called discipline. I'm learning discipline. Oh my gosh, this is serious because you know what? At the end of this school, I'm going to be certified with a star to throw people out of an airplane at 130 miles an hour, 800 feet up in the dark, and I can put 64 paratroopers out a door in 13 seconds. And then I go out behind them. You know what the graduation gift of that school is? It's a knife. You know what the knife is for? Well, survival is the key word, but it's not yours. No. It's when someone's tangled on my airplane. Then I cut them away. Do you understand how discipline is? That person is going to, fall. And that's the award they give you. And I'm like, wow, this is like serious. It stopped being a game that day. I stopped being like, yay, we're having fun, let's go fishing some more. So, oh my gosh, I'm really going to have to be in charge now and be responsible for people. What a concept. But that's what did it. And so those of you that are ex-military, if you walk into a room and you look around, everybody, we can read each other's packages up, and you see a guy with a star and a wreath, he's the guy you listen to. He is a master blaster. He is the guy that trains people like me to throw you out the window. And that's what it is. That's where I learned discipline. And the discipline I learned helped me as I grew my business. Now, what I learned in the civilian world, it took me 4 years to acclimate myself. That's how screwed up it was. Really screwed up. And you know what I'm talking about. I learned finance. I didn't know what finance was. We don't get paid in the Army. I was making $980 as assistant manager of Pizza Hut. And I made $627 as an officer in the Army. There's a problem there. My wife was not happy. So I learned sales. I was terrified of sales. Do you know what sales is? It's terrible. You have to actually talk to somebody. I learned sales and marketing. Aha. That is the key. And I learned humility. And we'll talk about marketing later. Yeah, I built my company. You can actually go read articles about me. I lead by chaos. How many people work in chaos? I lead by it. It's all going crazy. If you practice warfare, okay, Sun Tzu will tell you chaos is where it's at because everybody's going a different direction. There's smoke and fog and stuff. People fall down. Well, the bottom line is by myself, I put together a plan, and here was what the plan was. I bet that my competition wouldn't drive 50 miles outside of Charlotte. I also bet my customers wouldn't drive 50 miles into Charlotte either. So I drove 50 miles, drew a 50-mile circle around Charlotte, and I started calling on LinkedIn and all other places. And I built a huge business outside Charlotte before I ever came into Charlotte. Now, was that hard? No, that's called thinking outside the box, 50 miles circle Charlotte. And every business owner I talked to had done the same thing. It's too hard to do business in Charlotte. So I'm going to talk about marketing, advertising a little bit later, but I learned humility. It's really cool having a company doing $20 million, actually it's a little more than that, in sales, money falling from the sky. People laugh at your jokes. You know that when you had paid 300 people? They do. They don't call you when the company's gone, though. They don't talk to you anymore. So here's the thing. How many people work for big companies? Okay, so y'all know what I'm talking about. So Hugh McCall calls you up on the phone, let's go party, where are you going? Wherever he's at, because he's paying the bill. My bar bill was about $400 every night. And so as I went to go see people, wherever I was, we'd go to Chicago or San Francisco, not San Francisco, Philadelphia, places like that, and I wouldn't even know the people that worked there. You understand the problem? How do you lead people you don't even know? Let's start. You better have something called esprit de corps. And I'll talk about that too. Okay? Why would they jump out of bed and fight for you all the way through and they've never seen you before? That's right. You're right. Okay? The last thing is that we're going to get to it. The bottom line is, my favorite phrase in the Bible is, this too shall come to pass. Not the best one. But the government decided to change their policies on how things were done. And me and 300 other companies in North Carolina went out of business on the same day. The problem was my company was the fourth largest in the United States doing that to do. So the press was unkind. So I learned humility. It's a hard word to learn. But Mama was not happy, by the way, at all when they came and got her house and her car. Next one. Put it all together, I am a geek. I've been in IT for 22 years. I have a master's degree. I'm Microsoft certified, this, that, and everything else. I can teach any software, anytime, anywhere. I have to. And I'm tired of talking about IT stuff. But the bottom line is I learned to use IT to outperform all of my competition. Does that make sense? So in the military, you don't block and tackle. What is that? Sales? Blocking and tackling is sales. How many sales reps in the room? Anybody sales reps? Well, that's what they tell us. Go block and tackle. What is that? That's what we call it. You know, you need to like throw a forward pass or do a reverse. This is nothing. So I use IT to outperform the competition. All right, so we're going to go on. Next slide, please. Why do I need social media? How many people have active social media campaigns running right now? Okay? Everybody, okay, we'll see how many pieces are missing. Now, all right, so why do I need social media? All right, so let's go. Let's go back here. How does the customer find you? Okay, go, push it. Word of mouth. Okay, and then what do they do when what's your name? Matthew. Matthew what? So I type, my friend says, see Matthew, he's the greatest, whatever it is. And what do? That's it. I'm done. And I look up what? Matthew. I didn't look up your company, did I? Because I can't remember it. Do you know how people think? Bill James at low. I look you up. What does the internet say about you on page 1? Okay, that's bad. That's bad. How many people? Are you up right now? Are you up? Online? Okay, dial me up. Lani Wingate. Okay, so when I talk, okay, it's got to be. So I should own at least the first 3 pages, right? Everything on the first 3 pages. Okay, my dad's on. Let me know if you can get it. Okay, scroll down. Okay, you got it? You got the message? That's it. Now, hopefully they're all good, but it doesn't matter. Remember this conversation over here? There's got to be lots of traffic about you. Because I don't know how a customer's going to find you. What's another way a customer can find you? Location? Okay, let's see what's next. Phone book, radio, TV. How many people advertise? Tons. Okay? So I'm going to give you my budget. I had a $400,000 a month advertising budget. Now, wait a minute. What company do you work for? Wells Fargo with $43 billion budget. Yeah. Okay, where do you advertise? So you're talking to people that might read those books. Okay, fine. That's trade publication. Okay. All right, good. In this instance, a phone book. How many people have phone book ads? A full page is $8,000. Huh? Yeah, this is, yeah. Okay. So radio is what? On WBT, it's over $300 a minute. Okay? FNZ is less than $3. And then TV's cheap. Okay, you can put TV's $360 a minute. Newspaper. This is $2,000 one time in the newspaper. One day. That's $2,000. And magazines, half a page, $2,400. So it's expensive to get in the game. Now, those of us who did our master's degrees and did some marketing classes that you were forced to go to, I know we had to because I'm an IT guy, they told us that advertising has a 17-cent return on a dollar. Is that good? Is this sense? It's horrible. So why do all these advertising agencies tell you to do that? No. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. If you go and watch TV, just watch TV, 99% of the commercials are called branding commercials. Like, why is GE telling me they make choo-choo trains? I don't care. They also make Gatling guns, but they don't tell you that. You know that every helicopter and Air Force airplane and Navy has a Gatling gun made by GE who brings good things to life? It's true. They're big bullets. So what I want to say is that advertising is easy as long as you keep it simple and do branding. And you tell the commercial, hey, it's okay. They're not supposed to really find you. Like, where are you going to find a GE product? Oh, yeah, washing machine? They don't CBS TV. But see my point? They're doing branding. You need a commercial that's going to do what for $400,000 a month? You'll make them call me on the phone. So if you want to go see those people, who are you going to call? The car guy, car dealerships? Don't they scream at you? Call them right now. My point is those are the most expensive ways, and most of your advertising people and the people that work in your CMO's office, that's all they know. Because they grew up that way. They don't understand social media, and they don't know how to use it because it requires interaction with your customer. Oh, my goodness. Huh? I don't dialogue with my customers. I let my customers talk to each other. Who am I? My customers are smarter than me, guaranteed. Next slide. So the only answer is the internet. So back to you. I'm going to look you up on the internet. Now, I don't know where you're going to look at. Are you going to look at me on LinkedIn? How many people have a business Facebook page? A couple of us, okay. YouTube account. How many people got YouTube videos up? Okay. How many people do a monthly blog or an e-zine? Okay. And how many people do Twitter like 3 or 4 times a day? Okay. Now I'm going to tell you why all this weird stuff is important. You'll see it in about 2 seconds. Okay. Good. How much influence, go ahead one more time, does the internet have on your company? 80% of all buying decisions made on the internet are based on what's said about you on Facebook. How many people believe that? Okay, I'm gonna turn to the women's now. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna talk to you for a second, because I know you men ain't got no Facebook account. You got a Facebook account? I do. And how many friends do you have? You gotta work harder. I had to get rid of the 4,000 guys that were with my wife from Russia and China. I said, who are these people? Well, they play games with you. I was like, no, they don't. So now she only has 1,100 friends. So if my wife went to your office or wanted to decide about, do I use your Maytag washer? Who's she going to ask? Well, part of what we're having to know as it's not the CMO guys. They're up branding. We're in social media. We can think for ourselves. Is how does a female think? Actually, there is some logic there. That's correct. Who is your buyer? Let's step back. Do you know who buys who makes the decisions in your house? It's not you. Just accept it. You get told what to pick up. Do you know I didn't get to buy my own grill? Just go with it. This big long smoker on the back there. So my wife makes the decision. That's okay. I just get told to put it in the car. I'm not even allowed to drive the car anymore. Does that sound about right? Goodbye. So in the beginning, women are the decision makers. How do they make this? When she's younger, who did you ask for advice from? When you were younger? Her mother. It's a fact. And then as you got older, who did you ask? No, not you. Your friends. Yes, right? So Facebook is what? Her friends, 1,100. Here's my wife. Going to ask about your Maytag washer. Who's she going to ask? She's going to talk into Facebook. What do y'all think about the Maytag XB10? And 1,100 people are going to answer the question. What just happened? Say it again. From who? more importantly, it's not just advertising. Something else happened. Continue. Keep going. But I want. Now, y'all all figuring out the advertising piece of it. Now, let's talk Google side. How does Google rate your website? Wait, say it louder. No, see, that's the lie. I'm going to tell you something. You're right, but you're close. Okay, all right, everybody ready? You're right, but they've been lying to you. Okay? Remember I told you I went out and sold 460 or whatever it was and did 10 million? Yeah, AT&T hired AT&T people in here. AT&T hired me to come in and teach all of their sales reps, North, South Carolina, and Georgia, how to do this internet thing. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted me to teach pay-per-click and, banner stuff. And I'm like, I'm a social media guy. But okay, I can try. Yeah, I'm really into some money. You know how it is. Mama wants money. So I went in there, and they understand one word. So they go out and tell their customers what? You need to buy pay-per-click and buy keywords and stuff like that, search engine optimization. What's the return on investment? What do they tell you? Are you ready for this? His was 17. And you're buying it. Do you understand? Let me feed you some more food. That's terrible. And you're paying for it. Let's see. Do you want, let's see. Personal India attorney. It's $50 for their words. Are you willing to pay $50 for a click to guide to go to your website? To make a decision on whether they like you or not? Yeah, guess what? Paternity is even higher. It's $70. So these ain't penny words. And I'd go talk to you, I'm doing $400 a month. I said, what? That's how big, no. I have companies that are doing $7,000 a month. Okay? And I tell them to spend more. Because here's how it works. Are there any other customers involved in this other than you? Yeah, when you click on your link, your pay-per-click, it goes to a landing page that an advertising agency approved, built by attorneys. And then if they like that, they're going to click to your website, which is written by advertising agencies with attorneys. Are you with me here? How many people read websites? Okay, we don't. How many people have had their websites tested to see if females between the age of 24 and 44 like their colors? Have you done that? I suggest you do it. Because who makes the buying decisions? They do. I'll prove my point. I had an assistant. Did you ever have an assistant? Okay. And you come out of the staff meeting. You say, we need a new CPA. And she says, okay. And what does she do? CPA Charlotte. Where you come up, she puts on nice colors with her. I kid you not. Now, I'm not being facetious about the female, but if they're horrible colors, will she stay? How do women think? Will you go into a store at night when the lights are off in the parking lot? Oh, wait a minute. You would. They decide and make decisions on buying on trust. Will you go into a store that has a dirty door? Yeah. Will you? Not with my kids, will you? Is that door like this? Women are evaluating you on trust and credibility. How many people have business partners? Now, I know what you're thinking over there. I got lots of business partners. Yeah, but they're all what? They're all logos. And they don't live here in Charlotte, do they? How many people have business partners on your website that are local business owners in Charlotte? Okay. That's the first thing you want to change. Because I am going to make a decision about you on your website. If you watch when they make a buying decision on your website, if they stay past the milli-click, their eyes go straight across, and the first word they look for is what? But you're right, but you're close. They're assuming. The Charlotte will be nice. We're a Charlotte-based company, but then you got the Waxhaw guys to get upset. But just, North Carolina, that'll work too. That'll work. But then the South Carolina guys, so you kind of go crazy, but you're getting the idea. So the bottom line, they look across the top and they expect to see a T word. What's that word, T? Testimonials. And they click on it. We watch their eyes. You see those things where they do that. And if there's no testimonials, they go back and forth and they look for partners. That's the same. They click on it. And if there are words, What do? Do they read them? No. If there's a video, do they watch it? Yeah, they will. Women watch more videos than men. Men just watch them longer. They do. So if you don't have videos on your website, who are you hurting? All right, so you're getting the idea now? So what we're talking about is everything the guys that built your website built you a brochure. Do you read brochures? Okay, do you hand out brochures? Stop it. Yes, sir. No. Even you do it. You do it. We are all inherently lazy. Only 10% of the population read. And when I start reading a website written by Giordano Advertising, checked by an attorney, what do I get? I can't understand. You're talking. Shut up. But if there's a video commercial, a video testimonial from one of your commercials telling how great you are, what will I do? I'll watch it all the way through. And you know what I'll do next? No, I don't care about that. No, I don't. Don't ever ask me to do that. I will start looking at all your videos to find who? Someone who looks like me. If you're black, you're going to look for a black person. And you're going to look for an Indian person. So if you sell 4 products, you better have how many videos? 16. I'm looking for a widget. He's talking about something else. Not what I wanted. Do you see how that works? Oh, that's me. And he's talking about my product. Now, how hard is it for you to... True. But it doesn't matter. Whatever you're selling, to whoever you're selling it to, you better have a video testimonial of every one of your products by every color, whatever it is. That's all. I'm telling you what it is. Because we watch them. We put a whole bunch of people in a room, we watch them. And then we send them home and we watch them on their computers. And you know what they did? They looked for testimonials. We watched them. Because we watched. If it said the next website they went, the testimony stopped right on it. Went down. If there's words, they scroll up and scroll down. Did they read it? Nope. Our job was to try to get the customer on the website for more than 12 minutes. Is that a lot? You know what you need for 12 minutes? You need a bunch of videos. They will watch every video until they find what? We know what they are sitting in the chair. Black male, 45 years old, sees black male, 45-year-old talking about said product. He'll watch it. Know it. This is what it is. I'm telling you, it's more. I won by beating billion-dollar companies at their own game. Okay? How did I do that? That's what I'm trying to teach you. Okay. This is where it's at. Go to the next page. Okay, so what we want to do is create a social media campaign. Great. Who is your perfect customer? That's what we're talking about. So if I said to you, who's your perfect customer? Hospitals. Good word. Is that insane asylums or hospital? So any hospital. Okay, I took care of 18 hospitals, North Carolina. How did I do it? I went to the first hospital, found out what they needed, and I went to the second one, said the right words, and the next one said the right words, and I went on. Very cool, right? Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, so what do you sell? Or what do you take care of? Okay, cool. All right. So now you got your perfect customer in mind. Remember, we're thinking about your... All right, so what's next? What does your customer want? All right, now, everybody in the old days has learned, who are you? Remember this? Where are you going? How will you get there? What makes you different? And why should I buy from you? How many people have heard this 100 times? Okay, if you haven't, you can be serious. All these are about you. Just put them away. All I want you to care about from this second forward is, why should I buy from you? Now you have a trust over that. That's it. Why should I buy from you? Tell me why. Don't say anything about service, because that's a lie. Don't tell them about your guarantees. Don't tell them about your price. Huh? That's a good start. So you're begging for credibility. See that? No, but it's right. I'm a BBB. Well, that doesn't mean nothing either. Okay? So what I want to say is, why should I buy from you? What does your customer want? Why should I join this place? Are you a member here? Okay? Are you a member here? Why did you join this thing? To come to get information. Okay? So you want information. All right, next. How do they make buying decisions? Okay? And I use females because when I turned around in my office and told my assistant I wanted something, she went and did it. I watched her. So that's what she did. Okay? And then, how will they find you? So these are the things we're talking about. Take the last one. What are you doing to attract them? Now, in this particular scenario, I can bring it to business, but I put it to clubs. Okay? So it's all a fair game. But you can put this to your own business yourself. What are you doing to attract them to come and join this club? What are you? Harris? Huh? Best party? Okay, that's cool. All right. But what kind of party? Best club. That's right. Okay, go. You'll find it exactly right. Why do they want to join you? Here we go. Hit it. Got it. Buzz and access. I joined organizations when I had my company, and I had a $1 million payroll and 300 mouths to feed every month. Do you think I went anywhere that I wasn't going to make money? I was paying $30,000 to go meet Hugh McCall and those guys. Why? Because they had the money. I'd figure out to get it. I couldn't call on them and get to their phone bill, so I joined the symphony and sponsored symphony so I can meet them. Don't do that. That's the way someone does. Because you're new money. Didn't go to school. Buzz and access. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Coolest party around. Access. What's in this room? Down here, it's 4,000 people. Because what do you have that he might want? Access. Access to what? His people. That's right. I will join an organization and pay up to $30,000 to be a member if I believe that I'm going to get ahead by being a member of this organization. Now, how much did you pay a member to be a member? Okay. You change the rates. Access. Go. Your targeted customers want to be associated with the coolest thing around. I'll prove my point. Where'd you go clubbing when you were younger? Don't say yes or no. Where'd you go? You go to the scummy bars? Oh, no. We went to Scorpios. And you went to good clubs, right? That's right. They go to the hottest thing around. That's all. Okay? Go next. My wife likes to dance, so I know we all the time. But don't go to clubs if you have gray hair. They have black light. Remember black light in the old days? Well, this doesn't work with black light. Look at the perverts in the eye. They know that the brightest light will attract the people that they want to meet. Hugh McCall will come to your party if you got a cool party. Fair enough? He will. Okay? Go. We're talking about what are you doing to attract them? Go ahead, keep going. Right now, there are over 150 clubs like yours in a 50-mile radius of Charlotte. Is that some serious competition? That doesn't include the chambers and the B&I groups and the breakfast clubs. Don't count those people. Okay. So if I'm going to invite somebody, here we're going to go. We're going to invite somebody to come to the club meeting. We're going to say, hey, Bill, you need to come on down to the meeting. He said, what y'all doing? We're going to watch Lani and Wingate talk about social media. Now, let's change around. Bill, we're having a social function over at Habitat for Humanity. I got 150 members going to be there. They're inviting all their customers. We got an oyster roast and a dance party afterwards when we raise the roof on the house. Okay? Yeah, free food. Got to have to pay somewhere. Yeah, I can go to that party. See? Now, it's all about that. Go. We talked about advertising too expensive. Just leave that out. There you go. So the internet's the only way to do it. And I'm going to tell you how to grow this club or get to your customers by just using social media. How do search engines work? How many people know how search engines work? I know all of y'all have to. Okay, fine. I'm going to say exactly how it is. Go. This is their words. They are designed to provide the best possible experience to the person typing. What is that? So if you're looking for an HVAC company and you're in Charlotte, Google knows where you live. Is it going to bring you one up in Wisconsin or something like that? No. No. See, that would be a bad experience. Is it going to bring somebody up that has like 40 bad hits on BBB? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. See, Google doesn't know if it's bad or good. Go. Now we're thinking. So go. The way Google works is your website is based on these things. Your content. So Google reads your keywords. How many people go in your view source keywords? You don't go look at it. I swear I was at somebody today. It said HVAC Charlotte. HVAC. I said, that's your keywords. And he was in Huntersville. Okay, so I got the IT guys over here. Let's call them web developers. Okay, and I got the Giordano advertising people over here, and they don't talk to me, and I'm in the middle. And I go visit people, and this is what they're. And I say, can I call your website guy now? And we didn't think to ask him. Well, did you think the guy knew? How many people have built websites? Can you imagine the HVAC guy? Does he build websites? So whose responsibility is it? Take care of your customer. Because whoever that was got fired today. Guaranteed. He was flipping. He was. HVAC. I type in HVAC, don't you? No, I said my air conditioner's broke. Good for it. Anyway, how many people have their, remember we talked about business partners? If you are linked to me, who gets credit? I do. It's got to be the other way. So what you do is you link to each other. Do you understand what a spider web looks like? Now imagine a bunch of spiders. So this line gets hit, everybody at the place knows about it. I want you to think this is a database. Everything's connected. So we're going to link with each other. So if each of y'all who had the ability, I know the big companies don't understand it and they'll never let you do it, but if each of the small businesses all link with each other, the spider web is huge. I'll show it to you in a minute. How many people have business Facebooks? We talked about that. Everybody, go get one. And I do not want to, do not get a business Facebook. Just get a regular fan page. Because if you give a business Facebook, it won't let you search. Don't you find that weird? So don't. Regular Facebook page, but I have a Lani Wingate Facebook page, which is my wife's. And then I have a Lani Wingate on Target, which is my business. Okay? All right, so now, LinkedIn. Everybody got LinkedIn accounts? How many recommendations do you have? 9? None? Okay? If I penetrate you don't know where it comes from, and I see you only have one recommendation, how important are you? Just work with me. It's about you, your name. You're trying to get a job, right? One write-up. Wow, he sucks. You need 30 or 40 or 50. Okay? So, where'd you go to school? Okay, so let's type in Charlotte DeVry. How many people will come up? Work with me here. Wherever you went. Okay, and what will happen? 10,000 DeVry students will come up. It doesn't matter if you know them or not. 90% of the people I'm linked with on Facebook and LinkedIn have never met me, but we all went to Florida State. We're all ex-Army. We're ex-Marine Corps. Or we did something together one time. And that's okay, because we're what? We have common ground. Ever been on an airplane and said, where'd you grow up? I grew up in Oklahoma. I did too. We're best friends. Wait a minute. I was in Lani. You're in Tulsa. That's not even close. We are looking for commonality. Why does my wife not talk to her next door neighbor, but she talks to the guy in Russia? I don't know either, but that's what happens. YouTube. You don't know where they're coming. You don't know how they're going to penetrate you, because when mine came up, I didn't ask you, but each of the different things were there. Now, what we did a study, and I'll show you in a minute. We did a study. We put a Facebook write-up, it doesn't hit high, and then a website hit high, and we showed it to like a dozen sets of people. Which one do you think they clicked on? Facebook. Why? What is Facebook? You understand Facebook. Facebook at your house is what? Pictures of your family and friends and stuff. It's social. It's not written by Giordano Advertising. And so they clicked on the social media. And then they went straight to the videos. They're all customer testimonials. And they went, wow, we love this guy. And that's how it's done. So if you don't have a business Facebook page that says your name, and then your company name if you want to do that, then you're missing out. I don't know how do I know you? You're going to come into my house? I don't think so. Are you with me? I don't know you. Twitter, how many people use Twitter? We talked about that. All right, now I'm getting down to search engine marketing. Guys, okay? It's 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. Search engine marketing is the top yellow part, the blue on the side over there. Okay, that's the 2% stuff that costs a lot of money. Google and those guys know it's there, and they count it. But most of the people are looking in the organic section. They don't want it. My wife will never click there, ever. Have my name here. Search engine optimization. That's your keywords, things like that. You can't. Google has learned because all the porno industry has taught them how to fight it all. So if you have an IT guy says, I'll just put HVAC, and I'll make all the letters white. Google sees that. It will just drop it. You know what I'm saying? It knows how to find it because all the porno sites tried to trick Google, and they all learned. And so they're ready for that stuff. So search engine optimization is expensive, and it takes a long time. Hopefully it'll come up. I don't have a long time. How long do you think it took me to come up on the first 3 pages of Googling stuff? About 1 month. I put this up on 9 January to test it, and I'm there. And I'll be there forever just because I'm doing something. All right, so now, what I want to do is we are all based on these things. Do you know that if I write, like we talked about my wife, write a Maytag washer, 1,100 people click on it, how many Maytag hits was that? 1,100. Do you understand what I'm saying? Every time anything is associated with you on the internet, be it your Twitter account, Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, they're all linked, you get credit for it. And that's what we're going to talk about in a second. So that's next. All right, so we're going to stop here. He gave me the 5 minutes. I got about 10 more minutes of slides, and then we can talk. But I'm getting ready to show you what I'm showing you and talking about. Anybody got any questions right now? Okay. All right, we'll take about a 10-minute break. OODA loop. Anybody heard of OODA loop? Anybody heard of Sun Tzu? Okay, we know that guy. He's the guy that wrote the rules of war back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 years ago, something like that. Article. I know what they are. That's all that matters. You know what the first rule is? Okay, the first rule is real simple. He is a philosopher, and China has got all these warring factions under the Ming Dynasty or whatever it was, and he's having problems because the generals, who are warlords in their own right, aren't working together. So the Mongols are kind of winning because the warlords are fighting amongst each other. And Sun Tzu said it's because your soldiers have no discipline. Pretty cold. And your generals don't. And so the generals laughed, thought that was funny. The emperor said, okay. The general said, you have no idea about being a general. He says, no, I don't, but I understand discipline. And he says, give me a task. The generals laughed amongst themselves. They said, tell you what we'll do. You're going to teach the harem, the emperor's harem, how to march. And he said, I take the task. Give me 30 days. So the next day, all the harem got out there with nobody watching. He told them how to march. And he got the head harem, the first wife, this powerful woman, first wife, put her in charge. And she told the women how to do left turn, right turn, things like that. She says, I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll see how well you did. Comes back tomorrow, and the woman stands up and says, everybody stand attention, and they're all doing this and flapping around and stuff like that. Sun Tzu said, you failed and executed her. Second female, step forward. You think he had any more problems? Fonzie knew that. Remember Fonzie? Remember? You aren't anybody until someone else has seen you hit somebody else. So, rule of war. So, a lot of our leadership don't understand that we're so worried about their feelings. Just shoot the guy and move on. You know what? In my company, we had 4 rules. You ready? Have fun, play, make friends, and no politics. You know what? Gossip is politics. You can come to work 5 days late and not get fired. You gossip once. And Mr. Hudson will throw you to the street. He's my executive vice president. I'm the nice guy. He was the quiet guy. Anyway, so what I want to tell you is, how do I win? How do I win? Remember, I'm paying all this money? Well, one day, my genius son decided he didn't want to go to private school anymore. He comes home and says, Dad, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go to public school. This is not a good idea, but you're a genius and I'm just a dad. So he goes over to Kennedy Middle School. Anybody go to Kennedy Middle School? Yeah. Well, okay, he goes over there, He's hanging out, comes home and says, Dad, they got 286s in their lab. No, I didn't. Okay, fine, let's go see it. So I went to see Mrs. Farrell, the principal, and she said, yes, we're a non-bonded school. Do you know what that means? I didn't either. It says they don't get no government money for computers this year. How many schools are there? There's a bunch in Mecklenburg County alone. I said, okay, fine. I have a computer company. I can solve this problem. So I said, how can I handle this? Now watch this thought process. I got on the phone and called all of my customers up, some of which were hospitals, and I said, I am partnering with Kennedy Middle School to provide them 2 computer classrooms, 24 each, and 1 PC for all the teachers in the classroom, in the classrooms. Can you help me? What they say? Come on down. Now, those of you who don't know, in finance, a computer, although crappy as it is a CapEx expense. What does that mean? You can't throw it away. It costs money. It's on the books. But they can do what to it? Yeah, baby. At full price. I had people delivering typewriters to my office and calculators. They look like a computer. Swear. Shipped that on down to the guy. I was buying $100,000 worth of computer equipment. So I told the guy working on selling me computers, I said, you're going to fix all these up to meet Mecklenburg County standards. 486 and 8 meg RAM with the CD player and Windows, and then Office 4.3, whatever it was. And I don't know if it was you, Dave, but I got a whole bunch of copies from Microsoft for free. They were $64 a year. Then I called up Cisco and I said, what? Hey, they got Nortel switches in here, and I do Cisco, and they gave us 4 Cisco boxes for at price. I was very unhappy. Now I know what they really cost. Then I had my guys cable the whole school through firewalls and everything else, because that's what we did for a living. We had a networking division. They networked the whole school. We had an application development division. Do you know they still use 3x5 cars at Kennedy Middle School to find out where your child is? That's embarrassing in 1997. So we built the database for them, and we built their website. And then I said, hey, don't your teachers need to be trained to North Carolina computer standards? Yes, they're required to have 40 hours computer training. So I brought 40 laptops over, and we taught all the teachers in 1 week. And then it was all done. And I called I had a PR guy. I called him up on the phone and said, hey, come on down here. Let's get this going. I put a big table over here, not for you, over here with food and stuff on it. Who's that for? It's for the press. And then I called up ABC, CBS, NBC, the Business Journal, anybody that would answer the phone. I said, hey, we just put 2 computer classrooms in there, did all this stuff, built the website, network thing, bought new computers in, everything else. Who showed up? Everybody. We were on the 6 o'clock news, 10 o'clock news, Saturday news, Sunday news, in the newspaper. And then I was in Mecklenburg County CMS's office the next morning, Monday morning, because I wasn't a vendor. You didn't ask. Anyway, so Terry Middleton, anybody Mecklenburg County student, people, teachers, Mecklenburg County CIO wanted me to take all the equipment out. Did he? Out! I'm not a vendor. I said, well, okay. Eric Smith is sitting right there, superintendent of school, says, I'll go downstairs and tell the first press person I see that you're ordering me to take out the stuff I donated because I'm not a vendor. I wasn't selling, I was giving it to you. We became friends after that. And he's the one that put me in for the Blue Diamond Award. So, watch this. I said, we have something here. So we no longer sell in our company. We do what? Hi, watch. But you're right. Hi, how you doing? This is Lani. I'm with blank, blank, blank. And we are going to partner with Quail Hollow Middle School. We're going to put new computers on their desk. We're going to do application development for them. We're going to put their website up. And we're going to network the whole place and put Cisco boxes in. Can you help? What do they say? What do you need? Didn't I just tell them what I did for a living that they would never listen to? And then they'd say, I've never heard about that. Click on my website. And they'd see it right there. 6 o'clock news, 10 o'clock news, all this stuff. That's how you do it. That's how you get ahead. There are 1,177 charities in Mecklenburg County. Did you know that? All of them need everything you got. Did you know that? Pick one. What charity do y'all have, Dave? What charity? What's your number one charity? Kids First. What do you do for them? No, not good enough. I want hands on. I need y'all. Remember, we're going to create the buzz right now. We're going to create the what? The buzz. The buzz is, like you said, You're going to go down to some charity, be it the Battered Women's Shelter or the Charlotte Rescue Mission, I don't care. But you're in all y'all together. You're going to go down there and you're going to take videos of each other's hammering and painting and slapping things and feeding people. Why? Remember that party you're going to invite them to? Yeah, we're going to build the party. And all of y'all are going to take tweet pictures of it. Think about what I'm saying here. Take tweet pictures of it. Take some video of it. Going to have it uploaded to your Facebook account, your Twitter account. And guess what happens? The buzz begins. You see it? All of y'all are getting credit for it. But you're updating the club website at the same time. The club website is linked to each of you if you're on it. Correct? And it'll pull all y'all up together. This is an example. So I said, what kind of club are you? What do you call yourself? A networking club, a computer club, business club? Okay, part of it, of figuring out what a customer wants, is figuring out how a customer thinks. This is me thinking. So I typed in business clubs, Charlotte, 7 million hits. I don't think there's that many. Come on now. But if you'll look, it says Hood Hargett Breakfast Club. Now, why is Hood Hargett up there and not you? Well, I'll tell you why. They had an advertising campaign on. Remember that? I thought she was like a 12-year-old girl when she was talking. But I found out she was a girl. The bottom line is, what were people doing? They heard the thing on the radio, and they went to the website, and they typed it in. So Hood Hargett came up that time period because people were typing it in. Now, the neat thing is, you can't see on the screen, but about 2 more down is their Facebook page. That's it. They're looking at it. Now, the commercial stopped, so if you typed in business clubs right now, what would happen? They wouldn't be there. Because your website, your activity's got to be current and constant. Current and relevant. Current and relevant. All right, go next. What's next? Networking club, 5.8 million. Don't see y'all there. Charlotte dating singles there. Go. Social clubs. See how the number's getting smaller? Social singles. Go. Civic clubs. Charlotte Women's Club. Go. Rotary Club. Okay. So as I see it, when I'm trying to find you, can I find you? With the number of people that you have in this room, with the number of Facebook pages, because some people, if you're a financial advisor, you can't advertise. You found out it's crazy. Remember, lawyers used not to be able to advertise in the old days. Remember that? Well, financial guys can't either. So you have a Facebook page. So if you're a member of a business or a company that says, no, we're not modifying our website, then you create your own Facebook page. You need to be important. Think about it. Can you imagine 4 or 5, maybe you said 4,000, 400 or 500 of y'all all linked together by Facebook alone? You would be a force to be. You would be number one every time anybody typed anything in there. Do you understand what I'm saying? How are you going to get ahead of the other guy? This is a team, right? I'm trying to tell you, you can win if we work as a team. Go. This is how we do it. What I want you to do is each and every one of you need to have a Twitter account, YouTube account, an e-zine, a LinkedIn account, Facebook, a charity, and then with your website on it, and then business links. Just go do it. You can do it on your Facebook page. Okay? Now, go ahead. This is what a linking spider web looks like. Upper left-hand corner is the club. The club is linked to each and every business in the group. Or if they can't, link to their Facebook page. Make sense? And everybody's linked to everybody else. So if I come in, I'm looking for a new HVAC company, and I type in and hit your website, guess what happens to everybody else's website because we're linked? Everybody gets covered. Did you see that? That's how Google thinks. It doesn't think anything else. It's just as simple. We're linked to her. She's linked to you. It says your club name on your website, right? See how that? I clicked you. You got credit. We're all linked. Does everybody understand what I'm telling you? This. Bamboo is strong because there's actually lots of little fibers. This is it. Click. Just by linking. Now we're going to talk about a group multiplier effect. This is the buzz. We're going to have a party. Okay? Go ahead. Each club, now y'all have lots of members. Most of the people I talk to have 25 members. Go ahead. Each member has 100 clients. So think how many clients you have or how many friends you have. We're going to invite them to a party. That's all we're doing. Go ahead. Your charity, pick one or 4, has dozens of clients. That's the people they service. And they have dozens of volunteers who work for somebody. And they have employees. And they have a board of directors who are the people you're trying to meet anyway. Remember I paid $30,000 to meet Dean McCall? Dean McCall serves on board of directors of several charities. I could have saved the money. It's true. All right, so next, the buzz. We're going to have a party. We're going to have a barbecue cookout at Habitat for Humanity. We're going to be banging boards. If you don't have a hammer, we'll have one for you. Come on down. It's 2 o'clock on Sunday. Bring your friends. Now, that's the message. It's going to go out on the website, the club website, and it's going to be sent to each of you. And what are you going to do with it? Tell me you're going to send it to all your customers, even if they don't live in Charlotte. Why? Because you stopped being a begging scumbag sales rep and turned into what? See, remember that? Human. Now, after the party's over and they didn't show up, what are you going to do? Send them the pictures. Heck yeah, videos, check it out. And they will. So the next time you send an invitation, they'll say what? Wish I could be there. By the third time, they're saying, man, something's going on over there. Do you see it? So when I put on a party for somebody, I put on a shag party. It costs me about $14,000 to put on a shag party. Trust me, we get the real shag people. Get shag dancers to come on down. It's black tie. Pay-as-you-go bar. All the food you can think of, and from all different walks of life. I invite 100 very personal guests. Special guests. People I don't know. That's how they're special. I invite them to come to a party. Tickets are $150 to $200 a person to come in the door. What? Yeah. And then we're having a blind, what do you call them? Blind auction, that's right. And a silent auction, that's right. And then they can buy stuff along the way. And we have shag party, food. What are we selling? Guess what? I don't do golf. I do shag party. Because who's at the shag party? Your wife. All I got to do is get your wife to fall in love with me and my charity, and who wins? Yeah, baby. If you don't have a charity that you own, and own means don't sponsor. Sponsors like taxis. You want to adopt. Say it. I'm adopting you. That means you're responsible. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't realize that until we adopted a charity in my company. I didn't realize that. You know, your employees work at 45% most of the time. You know that? They work really hard when they know the people that the money they're donating. When they go down and paint boards next to somebody or help somebody out at one of the shelters and stuff, man, that just rips the heart out. You create an atmosphere of what? Esprit de corps. How many people know what esprit de corps really is? Do you realize the military hires kids that are 18 years old that you wouldn't hire on a good day, and in 9 weeks turns them into a very dangerous person, especially mothers? Why? And 2 weeks later, they're launching F-18s off a carrier in the snow while the she's going up and down in the middle of the night. Okay? Think about that. He wasn't qualified to run your copier. Now he's launching $40 million jets. Okay, why? They gave the guy a sense of purpose. Okay? They gave him a sense of direction. Okay? That's all. And a charity will do that for you. Your people will work harder if they have what? And right now, you're going to a job, and we hate the place. You know what my people talked about? How cool it was. And for weeks, they talked about how cool it was. They went down and did this thing. They were digging it. I said, you know what? Let's do that all of our offices. I put the word out. So each of our offices went and adopted a charity. And it went around. Do you know what? I went to a Greenville office one day, South Carolina, and I didn't know. I'm up here doing my thing. I didn't know this was happening. And come in, we're in there drinking at the bar, having a good time, and they started the chant. You know what the chant was? What's your chant of your company? Hey, I'm serious. What's the chant of your company? Do you have a chant? Well, they started. Dominate, dominate, dominate. I'm like, man, we're screaming dominate in this bar. Dominate, dominate, dominate. I'm like, what is this? He says, we're here to take over the world. And they were ready to. Isn't that cool? I didn't do that. They got that excitement themselves. They were working 14 hours a day because 4 or 5 hours in the afternoon was where? The charity. So what I'm trying to tell you is you need to involve yourself in charity. Charity becomes your buzz. The buzz gives you credibility. The charity gives you credibility. The charity saying great things about you. And when you do it on the internet and you only have 25 members, it's 5,000 activity hits in a day. With 300 or 400 of you showing up, it's going to be how many? You rock the charts. Each of your personal LinkedIn accounts, each of your personal Facebook accounts, each of your everything, everybody was involved in this. Their name, when you type it in, will come to the top for about a week. And then what happens? It's decay. So what you got to do? Got to do another one. So you set up 4 of these a year on your strategy calendar, and you start setting up smaller events. But this is what one of the events looks like because you involve Twitter. I'm going to show you how hard Twitter is. Okay, you ready for this? Pull out my antiquated phone that works. Push the button this way. I have my glasses. That's how I get in there. Take a picture. You heard it? You heard it? Push the button there. Okay? It says send, right? I'm going to push T for Twitter. Right? Get it down there. F for Facebook. Now, normally I type in, the Charlotte IT group, push send. What just happened? Posted where? On my Facebook and my Twitter account, your picture there. That's an activity. Now, if you can get the discipline in your life to everywhere you go, every day you're in front of someone, aren't you? Take a picture. If they say no, take a picture of what you're working on. Just fixed XYZ at the Jones Company. Just spoke with Bill at the Jones Company. Take a picture of it. Go home, and what are you going to do? You're going to send a thank you note, aren't you? So send a picture of him back. Then tell him it's also on your Facebook page. Tell him to like it. What's he going to do? We're humans. We love ourselves. Of course I'm going to see it. What's wrong with you? And then if they click on it, what happens? It notifies all their Facebook friends who are going to click on it. Do you see what I'm saying? The discipline that I'm trying to teach you to do, if you have enough money to hire Giordano Advertising for $90,000, they will do this for you. So you have $90,000. You don't, all of us small business people know that what? That means I have to do it. So I need to carve out a few extra minutes of my day before I start drinking again to do these things. Not because I can't type so good. Now, I'll go home tonight, and I'll pull up the Facebook account, and I'll type in with the great guys from the Charlotte IT group, and I'll say it on there, and then I'll start sending out emails. See? I am creating my own way. Buzz. Okay, you saw it. In less than 90 days, I am everywhere on the internet, first 3 pages. How cool would it be for you if someone said, I want to find out who you are, and you came up on the first 3 pages? Everything, all you. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube accounts, everything. What did they say about you? And then they click on it, and it's not you talking, it's your customers talking. Got it? And some of them are going to be also your charity talking. Everyone that you're involved with, you need what? A video testimonial. This is how it works. You will dominate the market, and no one will ever be able to recover. Odaloop. Did you look it up? How many hits? Should be about 52,000. That's fine. It's okay. 50,000. Odaloop is a major in the U.S. Air Force named John Boyd. Invented it. He was a Top Gun fighter pilot instructor during the 40s and 50s. His name was 42nd Boyd. What does that mean? He challenged every fighter pilot in the world, Soviets, Chinese, Japanese, everybody, to bring their jet, come down to Ellis Air Force Base, and try me out. The guys that came with all their cool jets and everything else said, what about him? 20 seconds. What was he doing? For every action, there's an opposite equal reaction. And if you turn your hands like a fighter pilot does, it's only you can't go forward. See it? So what we're doing with Odaloop is getting inside the decision-making process of your Take the next step. What I've been talking about all night. Find out what the customers want and get inside the decision-making process. 50% of the time or more, it's going to be a female. Males don't care anyway, so focus on them. You get your customers, your vendors, your friends saying great things about you on a video. She will watch it. She'll find someone she likes, and then she will go into your website and trust you and will purchase. That's all. There's no brain power. That was it. Focused on her, the men will follow. You bought the cheapy thing without looking it up. See? The rest of us do. This is what happens. You will dominate the market if you understand ODA loop. Now, who is John Boyd? Well, he helped develop the F-16 and the F-18 and the F-15. But he did something else. How many people remember the mother of all battles? Yeah, you know that. Yeah, you do. He said that. Mother of all battles. Saddam Hussein. Right? Yeah. When that war, we're getting geared up for that war, Saddam Hussein was saying it's going to be a mother of all battles. If you're a military person, you know it takes 6-to-1 ratio to attack an enemy with high losses. He had the 4th largest army in the world, and it was what? Modernized. We're not fighting the Taliban with the machine guns. We're fighting the MiG-28s and top-line equipment. Our own generals were saying what? It's going to be a slaughter. And they were right, because they were going to do that blocking and tackling thing. That's not. They didn't do it 4 times. So John Boyd tried to call. He's an Air Force Lieutenant Colonel now. Call 4-star General named Schwarzkopf. Does that work? Anybody? I'll have to talk to you about it. Doesn't. So he said, I'm going to call George Bush. Wow. You know what? He called and called and called and called and called. Finally, George Bush said, come on up. George Bush looked in at that. Then he said, give me the 5-minute version. He said, no, sir. Get the full 8 hours. 8 hours later, George Bush is calling Schwarzkopf on the phone saying, you need to listen to this guy the full 8 hours because I had to. George Schwarzkopf changed his whole battle plan based on ODA loop. Getting inside the decision-making process, and that war was 20 hours. It went so fast, they had to tell them, stop killing the bad guys. It looks bad on TV, which is true. And we only lost 280 people, and that was because the Scud missile hit in our background. And stuff. That's how wars are supposed. That's the American way of fighting a war. In and out, we're done. We're done at Vietnam with this. The bottom line is, all I've done is taken all the things I've learned in the military, shared it with you, ODA loop. The discipline needs to take 5 minutes of your day and have some text and stuff, emails out, text messages, and link with each other. Create a party. My favorite job as a fraternity, I was a social chairman. Party. Yeah. If you want to do work, just look. You want to get girls, just go to the next sorority, serenade them, they have to come serenade you. There's a party. All right, so everybody understand this? This is to dominate the market. This is not hard. You can do it. The first thing you do is, as a group, say you assign someone to be, or get a volunteer to be your social media chairman. And over the next 6 months, each of y'all are going to be slowly driven across the lines, get your Facebook page up, Twitter account up, and all the way through. And you know what? By the end of 6 months, what will be happening? It'll work. Because in every meeting, you'll say, okay, everybody stand, take pictures. Click, click, click. Imagine 400 of you taking pictures. All that's going to go out. That's 800 hits in one day on the website. And it helps you. Even if you're not employed, it'll help you because you're on the internet, right? Your resume? Yeah. Go. Everyone update their websites. Get a charity. Each of you have to have a charity. If you don't belong to a company that has a charity, get one for yourself. It's okay. And Facebook page, I talked about that. Go ahead. Yeah, all we're going to do is, once we get everything done, that's called infrastructure. Then we're going to email all of our friends and customers and ask them to like me, and write recommendations for me. And they will. If they don't, they don't. Yeah. They might know that. I call people. All you do is set a date. The next thing we're going to do is set a date. You can say we're going to do the Halloween party social bash for the Blind Society, Mecklenburg County. That's fine. That's cool. I don't want to do it. Never mind. Get crazy. 5,000 activities, and it'll be higher for y'all every time you meet. Every time you meet, every time you do it. Now, here's the neat thing. How many customers do you see a day? Huh? 0? Okay. Who sees customers? Somebody. Somebody's got to do work. Okay, how many customers do you see a day? Hundreds. Can you take a picture of them or ask to take a picture? Some will say yes, some will say no. If you're linked with him on his Twitter account or Facebook account, and he takes a picture of somebody, I was with Mr. Jones at XYZ Company, what happens to your computer? A picture of that guy. That guy. Tomorrow you get to do what? Hey, I'm on Bill's Facebook page too, man. Welcome. How cool is that? It's a lead, ain't it? You see that? That's the leads, isn't it? That's what this group can give each other. You don't need them, but, that's a key. Because I always need more friends. Next. Now, in this meeting, I talked about how search engines work and how to create your social media campaign. I will help you. I will come and help you. I will give my time and help you. I will come to your office. I will come to your house. I'll come to wherever you want me to come. I will help this club with their social media account. Okay? I'll help you. We'll set up a date to create a buzz, and I'll help you do that. We talked about how search engines work and how your website is rated and how you are rated on the internet. How to increase your social media by linking. How many people are you linked to? Okay, good. Okay? And how to dominate the market as a group. Now, I have a book up here. I didn't write it, but isn't it cool when you run around and say things for a long time and then somebody validates it by writing a book? Wow. I have 10 of these because they're very expensive to make. And be more than happy to give them to you if you will trade me a business card for it. If you give me your business card and I don't have one, I will email it to you plus my Facebook book. Facebook thing, 45 pages long. How to win Facebook in 10 days. Okay? And these are yours. So, what number one thing stood out for you on this? What chart or thought process or conviction? Working together? Okay. What about you? What stood out for you? Okay. It's easy. What about you? What's the number one thing that stood out for you? Come on, Bill. Well done. All right. What about you, man? Yep. How many people are small business owners or owner? Okay. Who does your work for you? Yeah, my wife is not calling people for you. I'm not tithing for you. I pay you to bring the money for you. So that's how it works in my house. So I know that. It's just me. And I want you to understand is once upon a time, I used to be just like you. And when I had 20 employees, I was you. See, I was a computer repair guy. I was a sales manager. I was a sales rep. I was a spare trainer. I was an application developer. I was an accountant. And I had this consultant. That's how about y'all? I didn't like that job. You know what? I changed my behavior. I just hired people to do it for me. Stepped out of the way and did it done. I went off to do something else. What are you paid to do? It's your job. Really. What are you paid to do? How about think? Otherwise, you get addicted. So, when you realize you're paid to think, you start behaving differently. And that's what I want you to do. The smartest minds are right in this room. I'm not a genius. I just said, I can do this. No one told me I couldn't. Next thing I know, we're having Super Bowl. How many people have a Super Bowl commercial? Yeah. You know what my problem was? I got a call from Chicago, and they said, hey, no one knows us up here. Well, they don't know us in Miami either. Well, okay, I'll fix that. Now, how would you fix that? How would you fix, I don't know you? Terry, that's a good way. Well, I'm thinking national, so I can't do marching down if I'm not Jerry Lewis. So how would you fix it? Advertising is too expensive. The only solution is what? Super Bowl commercial. Think about it. That's not good. Yeah. So I called up Jerry Richardson, and I said, Jerry, I got a great idea for a commercial. Let me tell you what it is. I went over and told him because I'm not going to do this one. So the Panthers agreed to give me their locker room. Not the team with the logos, not the other guys. And I got Wesley Walls, Donnie Shell, of course he told me, and a couple other guys. I don't know their name anymore. But they were in the commercial with a bunch of actors. And I'm in the Panther locker room screaming at the Panthers because they suck so bad at football. 1-15 that year. That they need to become, are you ready? Computer programmers. And they're behind the computers in their locker room trying to type with it. They're giants. You see football? They're giants. And they're typing and I'm making fun of them. So imagine now the conversations. I'm going to call you up in Chicago. I never heard you. What? You didn't see our Super Bowl commercial? No, yes, yeah, I had one. Let me show it to you. Okay. Go to my website. Left-hand side, all that. Click that one. We have three yeah. And they click on it. And what are we doing now? They're watching Donnie Shell give me a hard time with 4 Super Bowl rings on. It's short. So, and then everything else. And what's happening? What's happening? Say it louder. And a relationship. Yeah, that's cool. And they're making fun of me. Well, I'm making fun of them. Did it work? Coolest thing. I expected no money for this thing. I expected no money. The first people to call me were the Buccaneers. Hey, we saw what you did for those guys. We're redoing. I didn't tell them what we did in the commercial. I was just making fun of it. And we're redoing our stadium, and we have 350 employees. Can you come down and cable it for us? Now, we didn't talk about money. We didn't talk about, can you come down? And I sent my VP of advertising, VP of sales down there. And you know the Buccaneers Stadium has that boat? Well, they brought him on the field, and the boat had our name on it and was shooting the cannons off. I'm like, this is crazy. You're coming to take money from me, and you're doing this. The Ravens called next. Same problem. The Jaguars called next, and they wanted to give us half of their one of the sweet boxes. I'm like, what's happening here? Beyond my wildest dreams. Guys, it ain't hard. That was social media. I just made fun of the Panthers. Question. Yes, sir. I will tell you, if Oprah Winfrey's on a diet, it's what? Good social. Anytime they say bad things about you, it's what? It's good. If everything about you is great, something's wrong with you. Well, porn or us is not good. What? It's not, don't let it side. I want your customers talking about it. I want your customers writing comments about it. Yes. I want you to go out to your customers or your friends and have them write things about you. Preferably do a video. That's all. All I want you to do is focus on who? Your customers. Don't think about you. Don't worry. What about my competition? They'll see my stuff. I said, listen, if I've got you and your wife on a video on my website, are you going to fire me? Don't worry about your competition. They're playing so hard to catch up. And let me tell you something. Whenever you get around to reading ODALU, it's continuous. Because sooner or later, one of your competitors is going to win. Copy you, and you have to do what? Don't worry about it. You don't win the battle, you win a war, and the war is every day. So next question. Yes, sir. Yes. I left it off for a reason. Facebook is hated. You know that? Yeah, that's my wife. She hates them every day. Because they change stuff. So that's why Google Plus came out. And it's crazy, but Pinterest is going to kill them. Pinterest is growing how much? How much was it? The answer is just take your people with them. Join Pinterest and invite them to join you. Just, I don't care if it's blue-eyed green dog. Bring your friends with you. As long as you explain to them what you're doing. Hi, I'm building social media for you. If you join me, it helps your company. Oh, really? So ask him. You're helping everybody else. The day I stopped selling is the day I became what? A person instead of buying. Next question. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say again? Instagram. No, I don't need all right. Okay, I've heard about that. Listen, my customers are the same as your customers. I am a geek, okay? The last time I said anything about IT stuff in this meeting was when? I said the word database. That's it. Because you know what? I went to Microsoft University and they said, they have no idea what you're talking about, so call it a theme. That's what they call it. Keep it simple. Facebook, Twitter, the words they know. It'll be fine. Just use those. You get too complex and what happens? Yeah, we're done. Just be my friend. Like me, have a good time, give me a video. Anyway. Yes, sir. How many languages are there on planet Earth? How many languages on the planet Earth? Now, I know that. I did a contract work for a French company who sold all over the world. There's 6 places at every table in the room. Russia, Chinese, I was the only gringo in Oakland. And whoever was speaking, we all interpreted for me, because I could speak in language. So the answer is just put it in what? Spanish, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and whatever. So just like I said, get your customers to say your testimonial in those languages. You'll be fine. Sounds cool. Listen, Russian people. Are you with me? Don't worry about making it hard. Just ma'am. Who invented a dashboard? Who invented it? No. IT guy, we don't have time for that. You trust me or it doesn't work. Who invented a dashboard? Some CIO or CMO who had to prove ROI. Show me the ROI on the greatest wedding dance video ever. How many people have seen that? Greatest wedding dance video ever. Seen it? You already put your thing away. Are you kidding? You haven't seen it? Go type it in. What's the biggest number of hits you've ever heard in your life? They were at 72 million last week. Now, this is not a slick video. It is a video of probably a handheld camera pointing down the church aisle to people, sets people left and right, and they watch these people walk down the aisle doing what? Dancing! For 4 minutes. Wait, but 4 minutes? Why does this have 72 million hits and my daughters want that wedding? Both of them in their 9 and 10. I'm not buying the green dresses. They were horrible. 72 million. Now it's 73 million. What is going on? It went viral. Why? Not because Hollywood made it. It was regular people looking regular doing something. What are you going to say? Fine. Wow, my CMO couldn't figure that out. That's why I fired you on advertising. Don't, I say them all the time. The dude that walks on his hand is my guy. He walked on his hands down the aisle. Here, go check it out. Can you imagine one of your customers' videos going viral? All right, Texas Pete, where's it made? What city again? Garner, thank you very much. So I was up with I don't know if I told this, of the sales factory who has the contract to take care of all their advertising. And I'm with the CEO. He's a genius. He's like smart. And he has 144,000 likes on Texas Pete website, on the Facebook page. Is that good or bad? Yeah, they sell more bottles of beer. So Texas Pete ain't too happy with these people. And I said, are you kidding? That's the best you come up with? Let me tell you what to do. I actually told the CEO this. I said, get 2 bottles of Texas Pete, get a camera, walk up to a Tar Heel tailgate party, thank you, and you hand them, this group of 10 people, this is Texas Pete, here's a camera. I'm going to come back in 1 hour. I want y'all to shoot the best Texas Pete commercial you can come up with, and the winner with the most number of likes or hits on YouTube is the winner, and we're going to put you on national TV as our #1 commercial. Now I'm going to walk across the street and do the same thing. Then I'm going to go on the other side and tell the same team. Next week we're going to Alabama. Next week we're going to Florida State. Next week I'm going somewhere else. And what will happen? Beyond your wildest dreams. All you got to do is tell East Carolina. They'll call their mothers and get them to click on it. You'll have millions of people. Now, how hard was that? You know what the guy said? We should hire you. I said, no, I'm just going to call up Garner and say, well, take any contracts. You need to make your thing that simple. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. I know, don't make me go long. 5 minutes. Last one. What if you don't have something like that? What if you don't have a B2C solution? What would you do? That's a good one. Real simple. How many people know military people from World War II? Vietnam? Yeah. Cool. Now, how many of your customers have people like that working? Yeah. It's cool. I have a guy across the street from me. He's phenomenal. His name is Paul Rommel. He's unbelievable. He's 92 years old. He's very excited. He waits till his daughter leaves and jumps his car and runs out. I want you to imagine you're going to call up your customer, big one, and you're going to say, hey, I've got a shadow box with 4 coins commemorating his service. I want his wife and family there, and I want to be there. We're going to call ABC, CBS, call all the TV people, and you're going to give him, you the CEO, that box and say thank you to his wife. Do it. What does it cost you? Nothing. I bought the box. What's going to happen? Instantly. That CEO is now in love with you because you did something he didn't think of. Didn't cost him money. You got some employees that love him. That's going to go out to the whole corporation. Everybody's going to be crying because that's what's going to happen. If you ever seen one of these things, what happened? And then what's going to happen on the news? Boom. Put that on the news. What happened? You created what? Now what? Do it again next week. It's giving away a coin, costs $20. Giving away a box for $150. You can do that, right? That's half the price of a TV commercial that your website, put on your website, put it on your YouTube account, put it out there, and what will happen? Every Vietnam guy who never got told thank you will what to you? You know. Is that right? How many coins you give away on Saturday? No, coins. How many coins did you give away on Saturday at the Vietnam thing? At the Speedway? 25,000 coins. You just walk up and say, hey, I'm a Vietnam veteran. My dad's a Vietnam veteran. My brother did. Give me a coin so I can give it to my dad and say thank you. You ought to see the write-ups that are coming in, people thanking and crying in the videos. This is called what? Making. That's it. Right. Was that hard? Let me come to your office. Let me sit down and figure out what y'all do. I'll give you some cool ideas. And you'll say, hey, thanks for coming by. And that's all. Is that fair? All right. I'm done. Thank you.